Peace all and welcome to my page. I'm Tabar and we're going to explore some vinyl. But before we explore some vinyl, before we go on the journey, I think it's important for me to tell my story of how we got here, what we're even going to do, and what led me to making this YouTube page. So I guess we got to start at the beginning, right? So one day I was walking down the street in Manhattan and I ran into this record store, Village Revival Records, and I kind of just got enticed, right, by the record table outside. Everything was 4 for $10. I was kind of just grabbing up everything. It wasn't even like all music. It was like some of it was like weird, like plays and operas and like talk records. But I was just grabbing everything, right, everything I could get my hands on. So I go inside. I tell the guy my story. I just bought all these records. I don't have a turntable though, so he offers me this turntable. It's like just a run-of-the-mill turntable, right? It's not even like a brand that we know and love. It's not even like a Victorola or a Crossley or anything like that. It was like a Jensen, I think. So I bring it home. I throw my records on. I'm really excited, right? It's a built-in everything. The speakers are on the side and whatnot. I throw my records on, super excited. And I listen to them and I enjoy them. And then I get this Dougie Fresh record that I know, right? Like I know the song, I know what it sounds like, I've heard it a million times. So I throw it on the turntable and it just sounds off. And everything had been sounding off to that point, but I kind of just attributed to this is vinyl. I guess this is the difference in the texture of the music that they're talking about. So this must be what they've been talking about. This is how vinyl sounds. So I continue to listen to the Dougie Fresh song on YouTube, on Tidal. I play it through my TV, right? Through streaming services. Everything I could do, and it just never sounds like the same as the record. And I know something's wrong. So I decided it was time to upgrade and actually get like a actual starter turntable, as opposed to like just something that some guy gave me because I needed it, right? So I do like bare minimum research. I call B&H Auto World a great store in New York City. And I tell them, I've been looking online, I've seen this, I've seen that, what should I get? So I happen to get a great customer service rep. He directs me to the Audio-Technica LP60 and some Audio Engine HD4 speakers, right? Powered speakers. And I get it home, and again, I set it up with this excitement. I throw a record on there. This time it's the Isley Brothers record, right? And immediately, I know that last turntable was wrong. Because this turntable and these speakers, this combination, sounds like Ronald Isley was in my room singing to me. What a difference, right? So, with my excitement, I start to buy more and more records. Still not listening to a bunch of them, right? Even in the beginning, I'm at a point where like I have a bunch of records that I haven't listened to because I started off grabbing like weird stuff that I never planned to listen to. So again, I'm buying more records, still listening to about maybe one out of every 15, right? So at this point, I start looking for different YouTube videos that talk about vinyl, right? I find Noble Records. I find Steve Gutenberg in the Audiophile. I find Andrew Robinson. I love Andrew Robinson's page. That's a page I continually go to. I find the British Audiophile. I find Michael Frommer, right? Just a bunch of guys who talk about records and music and tech and gadgets connected to the field. So through listening to them, there's one thing that they had a consensus about, right? Everybody's different and everybody likes something different. And some people like different sounds. Some people want their speakers to sound a certain way, and some people want a turntable that's a certain way. But the one thing that they had consistency about in everything they said is that powered speakers are not the way to go. So what do I do now? Because I have these powered speakers, right? I plug them into the wall, they work. But every single one of them seems to say, hey, if you like the sound of your powered speakers, get some passive speakers and an amplifier. For the same price, you can get much better sound. So I try to go to get better sound for the same price. However, I have a problem. So instead of just going out and looking for passive speakers and an amplifier that run about the same amount as these Audio Engine HD4, I decide, let's upgrade the whole system, right? So I decided to buy another turntable. This time I buy a Riga Planar 3, right? This is the system I'm at right now. You guys may have seen it on the intro. You guys have definitely seen it on the intro, right? This is the system I'm talking about from the intro. And maybe one day we'll get into like a super dope deep dive video into like my system as it stands. But I got a Riga Planar 3 turntable from Audio Advice. I'm going to link everything I'm talking about in the bio. This is not an ad, but I would love for you guys to have access to all of the things I'm talking about if you want to step into the field. But even this setup I'm talking about right now is it's not super expensive, but that cheaper first setup that I had of the Audio-Technica turntable and the HD4 speakers was amazing. Please don't feel the need to upgrade just because I said something that's upgraded. That first system was amazing, and I truly enjoyed it for all of the 7 days I had it. So yeah, I get the Riga Planar 3 turntable from Audio Advice. I run a Stereo Exchange, another amazing store in the city. And I get a Moon by Sim Audio preamp because this turntable doesn't have a preamp. And then I get a Denon PMA 600 NE amplifier at the suggestion of Steve Gutenberg and Andrew Robinson just a little bit, right? And then I go and get some Bowers & Wilkins 607 Anniversary Edition speakers. And again, one day we can do a super deep dive about what all this stuff is. But as I'm compiling my system, you know what else I'm doing? Buying more records that I'm not listening to, right? Just getting more and more and more records that I'm not listening to. So on one of my most recent journeys to buy records, I ran into this guy, super dope, Danilo from Italy. He has this amazing story about his vinyl collection. We chopped it up. He's a great guy. Hopefully one day like he can be on the channel and we can do like an interview if I ever get into doing interviews. But he's a super dope guy, and he has this album that I wanted to buy, and he was like, "Oh, would you like to hear what it sounds like? I have it on my phone and my headphones, this, that, and the third." So I was like, "No, I want to get home and be surprised by it." And he thought that was the dopest thing ever, and that kind of led me to the YouTube page because like I like for us to be surprised together. I'd like for this to be a journey that I take with you guys, and we go through it, and I play these different albums that some of you may have heard, some of you may have not heard, and we just see like how dope or wacky or cool or fun or sometimes bad the music is, right? Or whatever's on the vinyl that we're going to listen to that day. So that's my story. That's how we got here. I pulled out a couple records from my collection just to give you like a glimpse of like how far up and down the spectrum we're going to go, right? So we have Harry Belafonte sings Calypso. We also have Dr. Spock talks with new mothers, right? I'm almost sure we're not gonna hear any music on this one. We have Jethro Tull, Aqualung, I believe this is called, yes, Aqualung. We have Scream on Somebody You Love Today by Bob Booker and George Forster. Commodores, Natural High, something that's, you know, more readily known, maybe not the album title, but people know who the Commodores are. We get a little raunchy, right? We get a little nasty. We get into UGK, Let Me See It, right? By the way, one of my favorite songs ever. And then we might even dibble and dabble into some reggae, right? This is the hottest reggae of 1992, right? So all the hottest reggae songs of 1992. So that's a bit of understanding of like how far we're gonna go up and down the spectrum of music. We're gonna listen to a little bit of everything. There's some more blues in the collection. There's just everything. I'm not afraid to grab something I don't know what it is. Basically, we're here because I've been grabbing things I don't know what they are, right? So that's it. On my videos, basically what I want to do is give y'all a little background about maybe the artist, the album, the particular pressing that I have, right? Because there are different pressings of albums. And then we're going to jump into just me reacting to all the songs on the album. That's it. I feel like an hour is a long time, right? Album's usually an hour. So I'll just give y'all clips of me reacting to the songs on the video because I don't think y'all want to sit with me for an hour at a time. So that's that. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. This is actually a 2-for-a-day. This will be the first day that I send out 2 videos on one day. So be on the lookout for the first actual reaction video coming soon. Thanks y'all for joining me, and I guess I should close out with like a a catchy, fun saying, right? Something to leave y'all wanting more, right? So how about this one? If you watch this video and you feel like I'm completely brilliant, then no, I can't do that one. That's not mine. Okay, I got another one. Okay. Until next time, guys. Take care of yourselves. And no. I don't own that one either. This is harder than I thought it would be. I thought it would be really easy. Oh, I got another one. Okay. If you smell what? Nope. I definitely don't own that one. I got a good one. Remember, guys, treat your life like a vinyl collection. Indulge in things you like. Don't be afraid to try something new. Cleanse regularly, and try your best to avoid static. Peace, guys. See you next time.